Greetings, mortals. I am the Ploymaker, and it's been a long time since I've made a video. I mean, seriously. If you go look on my channel, my last video was I don't know how many months ago, but I suppose it's a little too long if you have to count in months. But anyways, I guess I'm gonna do a little tutorial here on Redstone alternatives and see if I can get a few more people into it, because it's really interesting, and until we get Redstone, it's what we're stuck with. So, as a reminder, this is for people who actually have somewhat of a grasp of how Redstone alternatives work, and if you want a real basic tutorial where I'm going to if you want a really basic tutorial, this isn't it. If you don't know that we've been using cacti and sand, you should really learn more about it before watching this. But anyway, supposing you do need to watch this, here it is. First thing we are going to do is, let's try and make some logic gates, because people think they can't be made without redstone. They can be, actually. However, because most circuits we make in a Minecraft Pocket Edition do not work after being used, it gets kinda weird. Like, for example, a NOT gate. Now, if you're thinking of regular Minecraft redstone NOT gate, it's just a redstone torch and it's pretty simple. But here it kinda has to have a delay, and if you don't put an input by the time the delay finishes, then the output activates. And that's kind of how a NOT gate will work. But, enough just random babbling. Let's get on to it. Alright, first is the NOT gate. Okay, welcome back. And here I have an example of a NOT gate. Now, if you don't know what a NOT gate is, it's pretty much a logic gate where the input is not output. Oopsies. Oopsies. Yep. Go. I think that's the best way to explain it. Now, you can see we have the output here. This sign can be going into another circuit or wherever you want it to be going. And basically how it works is pretty simple. The input here is holding up this sand here, and when the circuit starts, it's going to drop this sand. So if you don't do anything and just start the circuit, the sand will fall, destroy the cactus, and your output will be activated. However, if you do destroy the input, then if you start the circuit, the sand just falls, the cactus is intact, and your output is still there. It's kind of annoying. Here's another example of a NOT gate I made. This one uses water and carpet. It's a carpet right here. Now, the original way I made it to where water can activate stuff is usually I use torches. I used a wow, that is very glitchy. Sorry, this texture pack is dumb. And I had a thing set up like that, and as you all know, water will flow and destroy the torch, will make the sand fall, and if there are any signs on the sand, then those will be destroyed. This pretty much makes it one layer lower, pretty much. All it does is you don't have to place a torch and then sand on top of it. You just have to place a carpet, and then you can place your signs. It just saves inventory space. And admittedly, I kinda like this not gate better than the one over there. That one over there. As a matter of fact, if you look on my calculator, you will see a lot of these kind of knot gates hanging around the adding machine. You guys, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. So, at the end of this series, when I'm explaining everything and explaining how all these little things work, I'm going to try to go through a complete, not a tutorial, because that thing's a beast. I'm going to be making just a demystification, I guess. You're going to be able to completely understand how my calculator works by the end of this series, because I'm pretty much going to try to explain it all at the end. But, yeah. Alright. And this works pretty much the same. The input is holding up the sand block. If we just activate the circuit, this one, start circuit, it's holding up this sand block, so it is going to fall into that hole and destroy that carpet, activating the output, unless you hit the input and you block the water right there. So, let's see, if we don't hit the input, then it will destroy our output, like so, and our output is gone. And now, I guess, a whole lot easier of a logic gate is next, is the OR gate. We're going to check out the OR gate. And here we have an example of an OR gate. Now, basically all it is there's a water source block right here, and it is flowing into two holes here. Either of these sand blocks can plug this, like, let's see here. If input A is activated, it'll drop the sand block into the hole. Water will flow over here and destroy the carpet. Or if input B is activated, it'll drop the sand here, plug the hole, destroy the carpet. So if you don't know, OR gates means A or B. Oh, what did I do? I accidentally clicked down. Well, basically, I think you get it. If you select A or you select B, you will get an output. If I select A here, you see the water flows, and you get output. Here is a much simpler one. I think this is really easy right here. You can see either input A will drop its sand and destroy the cactus, or input B will drop its sand and destroy the cactus. Either way you get an output, like so. Now you don't just have to set signs there to destroy them. I think I'll just deal with logic gates this episode, and I think next episode will be means of input, because you don't just have to have signs and destroy them. You can have better stuff. But, let's see. Next I think we should make is the AND gate. Let's go check that out. Here we have an example of an AND gate. Now, for those of you who weren't already acquainted with logic gates, you've probably already figured out, geez, I've been saying a lot, I hate this. This is an AND gate, so to get an output it has to be a and B. Basically, if you already look over there, you can, I don't have an example of an AND gate using this water system here, but I'm sure you can come up with one. I'm sure there's a way to make one, but this is much simpler. Just stick with this. Basically, all it is you can see input A is falling. If we just activate input A, let's think about this. Okay, it'll come up here and it'll drop this sand, which will immediately fall on top of this sand, and it just won't do anything. But if we just do input B, then this sand will fall down here. It won't be high enough to break the cactus, and actually I'll activate input B just anyways. As you can see, just because the sand went by the cactus, it did not destroy it. So it needs needs another piece of sand to fall on it and destroy it, and that's where input A comes in, and then we have our output. I recommend putting lava or something down because sign entities like that cause lag, and it's bad. But alright, let's see, what should we do next? Other logic gates, how about the exclusive OR gate? This is one I'm probably really proud of making. Right? Here we have an example of an exclusive OR gate. Now you might be wondering, if you are not familiar with logic gates, that might sound a little confusing. What does it mean by exclusive OR? Basically, it means there is output if there is A or B, but not both. Like, for example, well, they're all activated and I don't feel like rebuilding. With the OR gate, if you had them both activated, if you had both inputs activated, the output would still also be activated. But how this works, if both input A and input B are activated, then there is no output. But if input A or input B is activated, then there is an output. Now, you're looking at this and seeing a whole mess of signs and sand and a whole slew of complicated stuff. I'll try to explain it the best I can. If we look down here, here's the basic premise. As you can see, there are... that's a little loud. There are two different water source blocks. There's a water source block right here, and a water source block right here. I guess it might work. No. If you had one right there. Nah, I don't know. I don't think it would. Not with the way I made it. But let's see here. So you can see there are actually two holes here. A hole here going in here, and the same on the other side, a hole here and here. And both of these prevent the water from getting to this carpet, washing it away, and activating the output. Now, how we get sand into those two holes? Well, for the first one, that's just the start circuit. The start circuit is going to plug in this hole, these holes here with these two sand. The start circuit will just plug up these holes, and what that is going to do, it's going to activate the circuit. If one of the inputs have already been activated, then it will see if it can let it flow. Now, input A. What input A is going to do? It's going to do two things. It is going to drop some sand right here. So if we started the circuit with just the sand dropped right there, it will go, the water will flow and destroy this thing. It's a bit complicated, but I'll try to explain it to you. The input is going to drop a block of sand here, and it is also going to drop a block of sand onto this water source block, which is it'll take away this water, but it will let this water flow to the carpet, basically. And input B is going to do one of two things. It has this sand here, which is going to plug up this hole so the water can flow once the circuit is activated, and it is also going to plug up this water source block with this block right here. Now, essentially what this means is that if only one input is activated, then when you start the circuit, let's say if only input A is activated, that means that sand will fall down here and destroy this source block, but it is also going to go here. And so when you hit the start circuit, the sand will fall in both these places, right here and right here, and it'll flow here. Let's see, if I destroy... Nope, don't want to destroy that one. I have this activated back up. And it's pretty much the same thing mirrored. If you hit input B, then what's going to happen? Sand is going to fall right here, and right here. Now, if we hit the start circuit, the sand is going to fall into the hole, and that water is going to flow and destroy the carpet. However, let's do this here. If we hit both of them, then if we hit both the inputs, then sand is going to fall right here and right here. Now, this should be a lot. Yeah. But the sand will also fall right here and right here, so there's no water to flow and destroy the carpet when the sand falls. So if both are activated, then it won't work. And I hope you understand that. That is how the exclusive OR gate works. So let's test it out. If we only do input A, as you can see, as I said, it plugs up the water source block and allows that to flow. Now if we activate if we start the circuit, goes in there, and the output is destroyed, and it's looking pretty good. Let me get these signs here. Let me out. Alright, and that's how that works. Oh, and you can see, yeah, if we destroy it, it would have flowed right there and gotten the source block. However, since we activated the circuit when only input A was engaged, I guess. When only input A was activated. Why did I do that? It worked out there. And now we're only left with this end. But yeah, that's how the exclusive OR gate works. And you can make a lot of these things with it. And, wait a second. Let me think here. Okay, so let's say you're wanting to invert a signal. In a regular Redstone Minecraft, that's just a redstone torch or a NOT gate if you've already got all this logic gate stuff down. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take the output of one of these gates and put it into a NOT gate. and that will just make it a not whatever that gate is. For example, if you wanted a not AND gate, or just a NAND gate, which NAND, which basically means that the circuit will be active anytime an AND gate would normally be inactive. So I'll just build you a quick not AND gate to try and explain things better. Alright, now here is just a simple little not AND gate. Now I'm sure you've already figured out. This just means there is output when when A and B, how do I explain this? Alright, there is output whenever it is, I'll just say it like this, when it is not A and B. I think you get that. When it can be A or B, it could be neither, but it just can't be both. And this is the thing to start the circuit whenever you've selected your input. Now this looks, it might look a little complicated, but all it is, this is an AND gate right here. This little half, just if you kind of split it down the middle right here. All this is an AND gate, and you might recognize this. Input A is holding up this sand, input B is holding up this sand. So all this is the AND gate from over here. Forget which one, this one here was the AND gate. I think it was this one. Yeah, this was the AND gate. So we have the AND gate here, and basically all we did was we took the output, like if you can see, this is the one on the cactus that will get destroyed if it's both. We took the output and we put it into a NOT gate. If you can remember, this was our NOT gate, and how this works is if there is an output, it's going to let the sand fall, and when we start the circuit, the sand will just fall right by the cactus without actually activating the output right here. So if we do input A, oh wait, I messed up a bit here. Here, let me just suppose there was a block there and we did input A, that's what would have happened. It would have fallen on that block. Made a bit of a mistake, I'm sorry, my fault. So input A would have fell down there. Now if we select input A and input B, that will go and destroy the cactus. Now, as you can see, it activated the NOT gate. So when we start the circuit, the sand will fall, and there is no output. Now, this is a pretty simple concept, pretty easy, pretty cool, but let's say you had like one of these, like you wanted a not exclusive OR gate. You wanted to basically invert the signal of the exclusive OR gate, which is what we're doing. So basically, what would be a not exclusive OR gate? Basically, it'll be active when an exclusive OR gate would be inactive, basically. If both are active, or if neither of them are active, neither of the inputs are active, then we would get an output. And that's how that would work. However, as you might remember, with the exclusive OR gate, we needed an output. We needed a start circuit for the exclusive OR gate, and then we also need a start circuit for the NOT gate. So, what we are going to need is a slight delay just to make sure we can get the output from here over to the NOT gate before the NOT gate activates, in case this would be activated. So, like, I'll tell you what, trying to explain it with little flicks of my finger here probably isn't doing much for you. So I'm going to go ahead and build a not exclusive OR gate. So it's basically the exclusive OR gate we did a few minutes ago, except we're going to negate the output. So be back in a few. Right, here we have a pretty big example of a not exclusive OR gate. Now, it basically takes the output of the exclusive OR gate, and it will take that and it will plug it into a NOT gate. Now, if you can see, as you can see here, this is the NOT gate I made from water, and the reason is because I want there to be a delay from when you start the circuit to when it tests if there's an output. The reason being because you also have to start the circuit on the exclusive OR gate. So when you start the circuit, if it is true, if this output is yes, it's going to output like if you only hit one of the inputs. Let me just do this again. Dividing line. This is the NOT gate. This is the exclusive OR gate. Alright, and as you can see, here's the two sand to start it. So once those fall, it won't take that long, especially not as long as the delay I have here. I'm just making sure I can get the signal over there in time if it is true. So if the exclusive OR gate is true and you start the circuit, then it will come destroy this carpet and it will send, let's just call it a signal, all the way over here to all these signs holding up this sand block. And if it is true, the sand will fall and block the water from ever getting to the output, and the output will be just fine. And that's kind of how that will, whoopsies me. Alrighty, let me just reset this thing here. You will get to see me do some of my work on camera. Oh, that was dumb on my part. Anyway. There that is. And that will only be destroyed if there is no output from here. So if there is an output from the exclusive OR gate, then it will drop the sand here and keep the water from destroying that carpet over there. So let's see here. I'm just going to write not exclusive, or really how you write it is just exclusive OR gate. There we go. And all that is running into a NOT gate with a little bit of a delay here, just to make sure this output gets over here in time. So basically, if we make it true, we add the input A, So as you can tell, there is only one input, so that would make this true. If we start the circuit, then it should block the water before the output goes. Start the circuit. Yep. Just barely worked in time. That was as much delay as needed. But yes, it worked. The output is still there. And the output is just fine. So, what I think I'm going to do, I think you get the gist of things. If you want to make another not, like if you wanted to make, I guess if you wanted to make a not gate, that would just be a not gate running into a not gate, which I don't know if you really wanted that for something. But pretty much, that is how you can invert logic gates if you needed to. So, what I think I'm going to do is reset all the logic gates and put this world up for download. So if you want to get it, that'll be in the description. Thanks for watching.